Reef Hawaiian Pro from Haleiwa is the Li'i Beach Park is brought to you by Nixon, GoPro, Cliff Bar, Surfline, Flowwater, State Farm, Roadrunner, Surfing Magazine, Hawaiian Airlines, Turtle Bay Resort, Climb On Products, Wavejet Propulsion, JN Automotive Group, Hawaii Tourism Authority, Skull Candy, Supreme Sound, Oceanic Time Warner Cable, and sanctioned by ASP Hawaii. Finally, it's November and time to migrate to the North Shore of Oahu and immerse yourself into the undisputed mecca of the surfing world. This is the most powerful breaking surf on the planet, and it starts at Haleiwa, the Reef Hawaiian Pro. Sunset Beach, the original big wave arena, is the second jewel on the Van's Triple Crown of surfing. The Bonsai Pipeline is the most recognizable wave on the planet. It's here that the final stop of the Van's Triple Crown of surfing takes place at the Billabong Pipeline Masters. 7 miles of spectacular coastline and waves, warm water, tropical trade winds, swaying palm trees. Definitely this is paradise.
Good morning again, and a big aloha from around the Hawaiian Islands. My name's Heath Nutty Walker. I'm joined here by my fellow co-host Shay Lopez. We are at the Reef Hawaiian Pro, the first event of the Van's Triple Crown of surfing. Shay, looks a little bit like Groundhog Day out there again today.
Yes, it does. And we are hoping for the swell to come up, and right now we're going to go down to Marty. He's going to tell us what's going on today.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, down here on the beach, and like you said, it does feel like Groundhog Day. No surf today. It's really, really small here at Haleiwa. Just one stand-up surfer out there. We saw, the last few days, some smaller surf. On Monday, we actually put it on standby for a possible midday start. And we did see that swell sort of pick up in the 2 to 3 foot range, but there just wasn't enough waves. We only saw about 4 or 5 sets come in over the course of the morning, so we had to can it on Monday. And again, yesterday was small, and today's even smaller. So it's looking, likely that the swell might come up a bit tomorrow, and then we have a decent swell forecasted for the weekend and through the rest of the waiting period. So we are, very optimistic that we will get this event underway and finished within the waiting period, but no surf today. Still a lot going on the North Shore. Last night was the grand opening of the surfer bar there at Turtle Bay. Talked to a bunch of the surfers. There's been a lot of activities going on. They've been playing golf, been playing some tennis, and there was some good swell up towards Sunset Beach and Rocky Point on Monday. Rocky Point in particular was really good Monday afternoon. So the guys are keeping busy. Everyone's on standby, and we'll be back tomorrow for the next call. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Marty Thomas there, just checking in and once again, just reminiscing on those small conditions, but still plenty of fun happening around there on the North Shore. As you said, a lot of activities, a little bit of surfing, a little bit of tennis, and maybe some stand-up paddle. Just want to welcome everybody in on the Oceanic Time Warner Cable. We've got people watching in from all around the Hawaiian Islands and, of course, California as well, Shay, especially down in Los Angeles and San Diego.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Right now, though, we're going to go and talk about that swell coming for the end of the waiting period and hopefully get into some better action. And here is the first chart, and that shows that minor northwest pulse that we're anticipating next couple days. And last couple days, we had some excellent waves up in the Rocky Point and Beach Park area. And then there's that better swell to finish this event on. The northwest pulse for the 21st to the 23rd should come in a very favorable direction, and we'll be looking to really get some heats underway and finish this contest. There's your minor bumps, and as here at Haleiwa, it's kind of like 30–50% smaller than the rest of the North Shore. So even though it can be overhead sets and a lot of fun down the other way, this is just seeing some little waist-high, knee-high waves, but that next hole should be much larger.
So there you go, Shay there. What an analyst he is, and not huge surf on the way, but still we're going to have some very contestable conditions coming up to end out the waiting period for the Reef Hawaiian Pro. Right now, we've got a great show coming up today in the green room this morning. We've got Sean Moody, local surfer and wildcard. and of course his best mate Joel Centeio. Let's we'll jump on now to a quick little clip, of Joel Centeio. Check this out.
Joel Centeio right here at Haleiwa's Ali'i Beach Park, former Menehune surf champion, now jamming the ranks of the Triple Crown.
When I think about Joel Centeio, I almost laugh because he's such a nice guy. He's always throwing double shakas and a big smile. And obviously he lives right across the street there at Haleiwa. He's definitely going to be a contender in a contest. And
really, it's a dream for me to live right here. I moved out here about 3 years ago from the west side and built this house. Looking to be here for a long time, me and my wife. Haleiwa is a really quiet neighborhood, especially like this street I live on. Actually, awesome families that just live around here. And yeah, Bongo Perkins lives right down the road. Moody lives right there in, by Mokuleia side, and he actually grew up here from day one. Freddie grew up in Pupukea, but basically, yeah, this is where we all kind of learned how to surf. I actually learned on the west side, but I've been coming out here for the Haleiwa Menehune from like as far as I can remember surfing, you know.
even though Joel's one of those guys who's Mr. Aloha and super nice, almost over the top nice, he's an animal when he puts a jersey on. He's a really good competitor, and he does really good on the North Shore. He's strong, and doesn't fall. He always sticks to his board, and I would definitely look to him to be one of the favorites for the Triple Crown.
Favorite Hawaiian break would have to be Haleiwa. The wave's incredible. It's a bigger wave that's high performance, really powerful. I look forward to this event year after year. I mean, it's huge. It's huge for the community. It's huge for the local surfers. I mean, I'm just excited, you know, surfing in my backyard. Excited to do well and try to get back to that final. I made it back in '06, and looking for a big result this year.
Don't shoulder it alone, we said. Don't shoulder it alone. And now we're on our own.
Come on, Joel. Yeah, Joel.
Joel's got a really commanding lead. He has a 5. He probably needs one more to really nail it.
Times that we disagree, but recall it doesn't matter if we're angry, 'cause we are two walls of rain on the willow trees. But recall it doesn't matter if we're angry, just don't shoulder it
They gave us a lot more time. They gave us 35 minutes in the final, and I just felt like if I could get the biggest waves, I could definitely win the final. Because I mean, guys like CJ and Jade, I mean, they surfed incredible. And I just posted up way out the back and basically waited for a wave like that, and just shouted my heart out and got into it. And sheesh, the wave was just it made the difference in the heat, and just truly a awesome feeling to win here at Haleiwa in the backyard. All the family friends here supporting. It's just, I can't even tell you guys the feeling, you know? This will stick with me forever. I mean, winning right here in the backyard with all the boys, family, my wife. I mean, this is gonna be hard to top. So, it's just, I'm so
As you saw, some great highlights there from the 2009 Reef Hawaiian Pro. And we saw local legend, local lad, Joel Centeo. Boys, welcome to the show. We've got Joel Centeo here and local legend also Sean Moody. Sean, you are the wild card for this year, guys. Welcome to the morning show.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm just stoked to be on set with you boys, and yeah.
Okay, Joel, we'll ask a few questions there. What was it like, you know, looking at that and seeing all your family and friends and being carried up the beach there? I believe your wife was down there first, give you the kiss. Amazing reminiscing on those, on that stuff, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It brings back such great memories. That win was just huge for me, and yeah, I mean, me and Sean, we grew up surfing around this area, and we just love this wave so much. And definitely every year this event comes, we want to represent. And it's just a great event, and since Reef took it on, it's just gotten better and better.
Awesome. Now, you made the final here a few times, obviously first, second, and third, I believe. And I mean, just to win that event, and you know, you said you grew up on the west side, as we saw in the clips there before, but Haleiwa's probably home now, right?
Yeah, so I bought a place about 4 years ago. I did grow up in Makakilo and started surfing at Barber's Point. But this was a spot that I always came down to surf. We always surfed the Haleiwa Manahuni, myself, Sean, you know, Shibats, Keikoa, Freddie. And it's just a great wave. It's such a good atmosphere around here, the family, you know, friends. So we just love it here.
Yeah, it can be quite humbling. You know, we talked about it with the Clash of the Legends guys here the other day with Machado and Ross, and you know, saying you learn how to surf here, but you know, obviously when it gets over 4 to 6 feet, it can be quite scary out there.
Definitely. I mean, this wave is kind of for everyone. You know, when it's small, it's just good for the kids. And then when it's medium size, you know, it's just really high performance. But once it gets 8 to 10 feet, it just turns into like a mutant. There's crazy 4-foot thick lips, and it can be really scary. So, I mean, that's kind of how me and Sean like to surf it. You know, when it's a little bit bigger, we feel like we're at a more of an advantage than when it's really small. But just a great wave.
Yeah, it comes into anybody's game then, doesn't it, when it gets small? I mean, it comes down to luck, especially when you're competing. Sean, you know, you got the wild card this year. You're a finalist in 2007, I believe, and, you know, some solid surf there, you know, that year, won by your good friend Roy Powers. Maybe bring us back to 2007.
Yeah, that was kind of an uncomfortable size. It was pretty big. It was like 10 foot. I know a couple sets were breaking all the way through Avalanche into Haleiwa, like a big left, and that was definitely scary conditions. But like he said, we kind of favor those conditions. I think it kind of narrows the field for us a little bit because we do know the wave so well, and obviously when it is small, everybody does have more of a chance. And yeah, I mean, that was a great year, but obviously, you know, with smaller waves, it is still a high performance wave. So I think either way, it's one to watch, definitely.
Now, we're going to be showing a few highlights while we're talking here. Maybe just inform us a little bit, Moods, on your arsenal of your quiver that you need here. You know, you got small waves, big waves. What's probably your favorite kind of size board you ride?
You know, when it's bigger, my favorite size boards would be anywhere from like a 6'6" to a 6'9". I usually don't really ride anything bigger than a 6'9", kind of no matter how big it gets. But when it is small, if it is a little less, you'll ride like a groveler. So basically, you have to fill your truck up with about 9 or 10 boards. It's definitely typical Hawaii and typical, you know, contests in Hawaii. You kind of have to have every bit of board and every size and for any condition.
Yeah, right now we're watching Joel on probably about the 6'1" you were riding and the smaller conditions.
Last year the contest finished in like 4 or 5 foot waves, and I was riding a 6'3". I'm pretty sure Sean right there is riding a 6'6". I think that was one of the first days of the event. Yeah, like out here you don't really need like a huge board like Sunset, you know, where you need like a 7'2" if it's 8 to 10.
Right.
We ride like a 6'9", probably as big as it gets out here. And just because it's kind of like a steeper and you kind of want that smaller board, you don't, and it's easier to get into the wave than, let's say, like a Sunset Beach, you know.
When you guys obviously competing here for years, you know, as we see, you know, more great shots there at Moods. You guys have been competing here for years. What does it mean when the international field comes in? Obviously, you know, you say you're in your comfort zone when it gets a little bit overhead, but it's kind of anyone's game out there, right, when it's small, eh, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, when everybody does come in, it kind of happens overnight, you know what I mean? It's pretty mellow, and then overnight there'll just be tons of people and surfers and board backs coming down the hill. And I enjoy it, you know what I mean? We're used to it. We like having all our friends coming to town. And yeah, the international guys, you know, obviously if it is small, you're going to have, you know, the Brazilian contingency and you know, some of the European guys. And you know, it's good, you know what I mean? I think we should be able to experience every different kind of conditions to give everybody that fair chance.
Now, Joel, just lastly, what does this event mean for the local community here? You know, Ali'i Beach Park, this is an amazing setup. You know, the other events obviously blessed with very good waves too, but, you know, you've got this arena here. It's kind of set in stage. What does it mean to get everybody down here with the community?
I mean, it's so good for the community. All the businesses in Haleiwa town, they thrive when everybody comes here, you know, all the tourists and that. It just means the road, and for us local surfers, I mean, this is our zone, you know, so we just want to represent it to the fullest. And, you know, kind of share that aloha with everybody. And hopefully we can make finals again. And
yeah, definitely. You guys have your little niche over there in the corner, and everyone comes out and supports you guys. And I mean, you guys are in a comfort zone like no other place in the world here when you're surfing.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime it's good, you'll see me and Sean out here. So, I mean,
this beach definitely has, like, you know, that family atmosphere. It's the beach that no matter how big the waves are, you'll have a ton of people down here, you know, under their umbrellas in the sun. So it's definitely that family-oriented beach, and obviously when the contest is in town, everybody's families come out, and it's a good vibe.
There you go, guys. As we see there, the local guys and both finalists here, obviously Joel Centeo winning in 2009, Sean Moody, wildcard finalist in 2007. We're hopefully going to see these guys attack it in some ways, possibly tomorrow, moving through to the weekend, and obviously at the end of the waiting period. Right now, we're going to go to a little clip from the Reef's campaign currently at the moment, the Hawaiian campaign, Icons of Aloha. Check it out.
My life as a pro surfer is the best life ever. Hawaii means home to me. It's where I grew up, it was where I was born and raised. Amazing lifestyle. The people here are incredible, and the waves are incredible, and I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for, you know, Hawaii.
There you go, some good clips there from the Icons of Aloha campaign. We saw Sean Moody there. Moody's obviously some great conditions, but you know it's going to be testing coming up in the first day of competition. Maybe we can dig into the contest field a little bit and talk about some of the younger Hawaiians. A guy that's been on everyone's radar of late is Zeke Lau. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit on Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke's he's a different kind of kid. His mind set and his work mentality is really, you know, strong. He's up every morning up at Kamehameha. He trains with us. He's up at 6 a.m. He trains for 3 hours. He goes to school and he boxes after school, and then he'll try to get a session in after school. So we actually call him the Hawaiian Spartan. He's like 6'2". I think we tested the other day, he has like 4% body fat or something like that. So he's just, and to top it off, he's an incredible surfer, and he's a good kid.
Yeah, you're going to see Zeke Lau coming up also too. He had a couple of big wins this year on his kind of first year on the tour. And maybe Joel Centeo, we can talk about another kind of dark horse, Hank Gaskell. You know, we don't see a lot of Hank throughout the year, but when we come to Hawaii, he definitely puts on a show.
Yeah, Hank's just so insane in all these waves, from Pipeline to Sunset to even Haleiwa. He surfs insane, he's really fast, and he's a really good tube rider. He got the round of 64 wild card through the ASP Hawaii. He finished first place in that, and then Zeke got the kind of like our up-and-coming Hawaiian. But yeah, I mean, those wild cards are represented very well, and then we got Moody and the other one. So I mean, we're pretty confident in going into this event.
There you go, and as you see, you're going to see these guys coming up. As we see a couple of comments there from the finalists. Former finalist, sorry, 2009 champion Joel Centeo, and of course the 2007 finalist there, Sean Moody. Right now, I think we're going to go to a clip. I believe we're going to go to the lovely Layla Thomas and check in with Layla. What's happening?
It's Layla from Reef. I'm here at the Turtle Bay Resort where they just opened their new hotspot surf road bar. They're going to be featuring their first talk story on November 16th with iconic surf legend Fred Hemmings. So come on over, check them out, we'll be here. Reef is hosting their Night of Aloha here at the Turtle Bay Resort at Surfer at the Bar. It's open to the public from 9 to 12 p.m. and all proceeds are going to the charity North Shore Community Land Trust. So we hope to see you there.
Welcome back to the Reef Hawaiian Pro, day 5, another lay day here today. But there's plenty of action here this morning on the green. Right now we're going to go to a little GoPro clip of the day. Let's check it out. Some amazing GoPro clips there, and last year's Clash of the Legends winner there, Sonny Garcia, and we saw also Kalani Robb, who's going to be competing in this year's Clash of the Legends Momentum Generation. Joel, you saw some of that last year of Sonny Garcia, and maybe elaborate a little bit on Sonny. You know, he's 5 times champion out here, 6 times Triple Crown champion. I guess you've grown up with Sonny, you know, your whole life, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Sonny's so fun to watch, and last year in the Legends, it was so classic to see how that fire is still there with everybody. And I mean, he did get the interference, but he came back and won. And Sonny's just a living legend here in Hawaii. He's such a powerful surfer. When he's out in the heat, you want to see him surfing, especially when it's 8 to 10 foot haleiwa.
Now, Moods, obviously, and Shay, you can elaborate on too, so that, you know, the outlook's not looking big. You know, last year the Clash of the Legends got some solid surf. You know, we saw day 1, it was nearly 8 feet out there, and Obviously, the little clash there between Sonny and Tommy. This year, possibly smaller conditions. We've got kind of the momentum generation. Kalani Rob, Ross Williams, Rob Machado, and also Shane Dorian. Who are you favouring there?
Obviously, you know, with the small conditions, there's going to be a few guys that are going to stand out. Obviously, Rob, he's unbelievable in the lefts. He's probably the guy that you wouldn't want to heat almost over anybody. So I would say he'll be one to watch out for. But obviously, if we get little rights or anything like that, they're all going to be, you know, fun to watch. We grew up watching their videos, and it's funny. We were at the Reef House yesterday watching all the old movies, and I could almost, you know, mention what clips coming up, clip for clip. I know those videos like, you know, the back of my hand, and they're fun to watch, and it's going to be an epic event.
And then Ross surfed out here a lot as a kid, and you were coming up underneath him, so you looked up to him, obviously.
Well, you know, in 6 foot plus waves, Ross would be, you know, really hard to beat. He's incredible out here. He has, you know, sprays that fly, you know, over the surf center. He's incredible to watch. He's always been a favorite of mine out here, and I wish we would get some bigger waves, but we'll see what happens.
Now, Joel, just quickly too, you know, Kalani's kind of been off the scene for a couple of years. What does it mean to have Kalani Rob back here as well?
Oh, it's great to have him back here in the Triple Crown. He's been one of those kind of guys that kind of set the pace for all the young Hawaiians, you know, with his new school surfing. It's just really fun to see him surfing, and like Moody said, I wish there was some like 10 to 12 foot swell coming, and you can see like all the guys in fine form. You know, Shano would be he would just murder it out here if it was 10 to 12 feet. Same with Ross, same with everybody. You know, they're so proven here on the North Shore. But nonetheless, I mean, even if it's 3 foot less, they're gonna be making jokes. It's gonna be fun to watch.
What about Shay? Obviously, maybe we can dig in a little bit for the outlook. You know, there's possibly going to be some waves, you know, 3 to 4 feet possibly.
Yeah, and the way the storm is looking, I think one day you might have some nice little overhead rights like you guys have had in the finals when Keikoa and Michelle Perez went offshore, and it wasn't that big, but the waves out here don't necessarily have to be that big.
So there you go, guys. We have the former finalists here, as I mentioned before, Sean Moody, the wild card. We're going to see Sean and Joel Centeo. Guys, thanks for coming in this morning. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
And best of luck in the event. There you go, guys. Thanks for tuning in again to the Oceanic Time Water Cable all around the Hawaiian Islands and, of course, in Southern California. We'll be back tomorrow at day 6. Check in and we'll see if we're ready to start.
Surfing presented by Rockstar Energy Drink. The Reef Hawaiian Pro from Hali'i's Ali'i Beach Park is brought to you by Nixon, GoPro, Cliff Bar, Surfline, Flowwater, State Farm, Roadrunner, Surfing Magazine, Hawaiian Airlines, Turtle Bay Resort, Climb On Products, Wavejet Propulsion, JN Automotive Group, Hawaii Tourism Authority, Skull Candy, Supreme Sound, Oceanic Time Order Cable, and sanctioned by ASP Hawaii.